It is 6:23. Let's call the meeting to order.
All right.
Let's do our pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Who'd like to say a prayer?
I'll do it.
All right.
Lord, we thank you for this group, this body, this city. We thank you for our leaders. We thank you, Lord, that we're into a new year, and we have a lot of hope, a lot of promise because of you. Lord, those who aren't able to make it here tonight, we ask that you comfort them, bring them healing to their bodies. We're asking you to guide and direct our thoughts, our processes, and our conversation. Bless it in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
All right, roll call.
Bud Marandino, Ward 1.
Jim Wright, Ward 3.
Sherry Mitchell, Mayor.
Roger Manette, Ward 1.
Jeff Thibodeau, Ward 3.
Any conflict of interest statements? Any citizens' comments?
None that I have.
All right, next item up on the agenda is review, approve our consent items. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, number 7, we have a presentation by Ms. Emmons regarding Christmas in the Park and Breakfast with Santa. Barbara?
Okay, how's everybody doing?
Yay.
She said,
Yay.
Okay, for Christmas in the Park, it was an absolutely phenomenal turnout. It was an awesome event. The total event cost, I paid out $230.11 that I was reimbursed for. The mayor paid out $91.98 that she was reimbursed for. The items that we were reimbursed for was for food. This was not for any gifts or anything like that. All gifts were donated. We had a list of the donors here. Funding sources, Judge Collins was $250 that was deposited into the city's general fund. Republic Services was $500 that was deposited into the city's fund. Rodney Robichaux, I think it was at the last minute, it was late in there. He did a cash donation of $250. We used it to purchase gift cards. They deposited into the city's general fund. The credit card fee deducted was $17.65, so it came to $482.35 that was deposited.
Slow down on that a minute.
I'm sorry, that was for Republic.
We put $750 into the bank.
We
Right?
put a total before the fees was $1,000. After the credit card fees were deducted, the total was $982.35.
I'm a little confused as to why there was a $17.
Credit card fees.
Credit card fees. I don't
So
know.
Collins and Robichaux and Republic paid with credit cards?
Republic,
Collins paid with cash.
No.
Republic paid with paper.
Collins paid with
Not card, check.
check.
I wasn't there. I don't know. I do not handle cash.
He paid the check.
Yeah.
And then
Republic paid by credit card through Square, and Square has what, a 3.5% fee? Which
So
is
the
at
$17 was on the 500.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
You would have to
Okay.
ask them that. I've just got the breakdown. That
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not part of that.
Okay, so the total amount that went in was $1,000 from 3 donations and the $310 to $15 that was spent by you two.
No, that was
Leftover
reimbursed.
funds. We have leftover funds.
That was reimbursed.
I don't know what the exact leftover is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so of the $1,000, $250 of it went to credit cards.
No,
went
I
to-
mean, I mean to
gift card.
Gift card, so that leaves $750. And of that $750, $312.
409.91.
What's left out of that $1,000?
409.91's left over. What
Okay,
we-
so we've got a plus
That's what we
of
gained,
409.
we gained on that event.
Okay,
Yes.
all right, okay.
Now, I do want to talk about, I've already lined up, I've talked to Bud and Jeff about it, and the mayor about it. I went ahead and lined up Dante to come out, the county sheriff's office will come out, February 26th, and I'll have a flyer for the city and for, any of the groups to put out for the Child ID event. Judge Collins, when I talked to Dante that day, Judge Collins was there, and he said he would donate funds for refreshments. I've got to let him know we do not need any donations for that. We have leftover Christmas funds, so we will be utilizing some of that for refreshments for the kids. It'll be from 2 in the afternoon, I believe it's on a Thursday, 2 in the afternoon to 5 in the evening. That allows for homeschool kids. We've got a lot of homeschool kids out here to be able to come in and get their IDs. This is all free. Get their IDs done. They'll be fingerprinted. Their pictures will be taken. The IDs are printed off right then, and it's given to the parents of the kids. Anything happens, they've got their fingerprints right there. They can hand it to the sheriff's office. It's a really good thing to have. And our county, we're lucky. Our county does this free of charge. They pay for the stuff. They will have the cards, and they're professionally done. They pay for everything that we need. We'll provide refreshments. I've got to get a quote to see how much it is for pizzas, to bring in pizzas that day. And I'd like to get an approximate number on how many kids will be here because of the time span, so that we could feed them pizzas and then provide drinks for them. But like I said, I'm going to let Judge Collins know we do. He's always willing to help any of the cities that he represents.
Okay, so Lynn, I got a question.
Okay.
Then why wouldn't we let him donate if he wants to donate? What difference does it make if we have money left over? I mean, we got $409.09. Why not let him give $250 and
And I was fixing to kind of ask the same thing, because then that's the money what we could use to next year's.
we don't just roll it, keep rolling it over? If anybody wants to donate to that.
There's more that I'm looking at, and I told you I talk about it. I'm looking at doing other things too. I've explained to Jeff, the mayor knows why. I think I've explained to you, Bud, why I chose not to do fireworks on New Year's Eve. There's a reason for it. Everybody knows, and you guys are here, so I'm going to tell you, everybody knows my son died at Christmas. We laid him to rest New Year's Eve. We do not leave our house and socialize with anybody New Year's Eve. Anybody else wants to step up and do New Year's Eve, they're more than welcome to. We do Christmas in the park because it's early in the month. I have told Jeff, he's talked about the 4th of July. And I've told him, bring me a good plan and let me see it. And I have volunteered, me and my husband, to do the parade, like we've done for years out here. We'll lead the parade. I've got a few people, as soon as he's ready to do something on that there, I'll put out flyers about the parade, the route, everything, and we'll get whoever we need to get lined up. That's what I'll do first. I won't be involved in the fireworks or anything like that. I did tell him, he said one of the problems that he was having is, I believe it was last year, somebody canceled on him at the last minute, 3 days before?
That was the food truck.
Okay. If they cancel, as long as I have 24 hours notice, I will cook for the event, and I will sell. I prefer that the money go into the fund, whether it's for Christmas in the park or what have you, to go in to help support that. What I want to do out here over the course of the next 2 years is raise funds and search for private grants to finish the park. We've got 13 acres that was supposed to be worked on when I was mayor and when I sat on council. Nothing's been done to it. I want to see what we can do about getting private grants in here Some might be matching. Some won't. We can do things that cost very little, but we're looking at doing things that cost a whole lot of money too.
You know that July the 4th is going to fall on Saturday this year. Okay? And which that's good and bad, kind of, because people are out doing stuff and people are out of town, people go places. I mean, it's the Saturday. I mean, we've had it during the week, and, pretty much you got everybody captured out here, because they're working or they're, it's whatever, they're here and they're not gone.
Well, it's been a few years, but we have had it on a Saturday.
We've had it on a
before.
Saturday before.
If we start advertising now that we're doing something, or by the February meeting, start advertising, by then people can make plans accordingly, vacation plans, because we've got a lot of families out here that pull families in. But we've got to start, the sooner the better. I mean, like we've done in the past. January, you start on 4th of July. July, you start on Christmas in the park. I'm already shopping for gifts for Christmas in the park out of my pocket. I've already started.
We're kind of jumping all over everywhere here. I applaud your effort in getting back involved, Board. One thing, this group here, under Jeff's guidance, is still the one you need to clear community development act. I'm not saying you didn't. I'm saying, we're talking about events that are in the future, and I think it's wise to plan that far in ahead. But we need to plan one, at least know what we're doing on the 26th. That was new to me. I think that's a good idea.
It's always been a good turnout out here.
The thing is, if you've got a lot of ideas, somehow or another, we ought to be developing a calendar well in advance and having to do that. I agree with, if we don't have enough people to do the Christmas in the park and the New Year's Eve fireworks, then
we
can't.
plenty for Christmas in the park.
Well, I know that, but, there were complaints we didn't have, but none of them stepped up to volunteer to do
Exactly.
that. So I don't have any problem with us not doing the fireworks. I think, especially this year being the 250th anniversary of this country, that the July the 4th celebration should and could be significant. So I applaud that, but don't wait till the last minute to come in here with a budget and say this is how much we're going to want to spend. I mean, we've got some things already allowed.
Yeah, he's going to bring it to council next month.
Okay.
What he's talking about too is on July the 4th, one of the bad part about it being on a Saturday and it being July the 4th, and we're having the event on July the 4th, food trucks are going to be scarce. They're probably getting booked right now.
And
For July
I
the
talked
4th.
to him about that.
I don't care about food trucks.
Well, I mean,
They're expensive.
they're free.
Give away hot dogs.
Huh?
Give away hot dogs.
Well, the food
We're going to
trucks-
have our planning session in February, probably the first
Good.
week of February,
Good.
and we're going to get all those details knocked out. I've got a line on 3 different trucks to see if they're interested, because they need to know what kind of participation we're going to have, and so I'll be sitting down with them and bringing their proposals to the table. It's just a matter of semantics to get it all together.
What's their proposal? I don't understand
The
that.
proposed menu?
Okay.
Instead of having
I
a
thought
full
you meant
menu-
like a proposal, like for money wise.
No, not at all.
Okay.
No, and we're not going to charge them admission either. For them to come out and spend their time out here, that's well and good, and I believe they're doing us a great service for coming out. So, yeah, like I say, we'll have our meeting in February, and it'll be a cross-section of as many people as wants to be here, and we'll have a lot of input, and we'll shake it down, and we'll see what comes out on the other side.
As far as Christmas in the Park goes, I didn't make it this year. I know last year I thought it was excellent. And all the feedback I got from this year was excellent as well. So
It went smooth.
my only concern is, and Jeff and I have talked about this, the fewer reimbursement checks we can give to employees, especially council members, the better off we can be. So if you've got some expenditures that you need to make and you have to do it, then you got to do it. But I'm just giving you philosophy. I'm not asking for a comment
Jim,
one way or the other.
my suggestion, and I haven't talked to Jeff about it, but part of his proposal will include the ability for the mayor to use the city's credit card to purchase whatever he needs. Because right now, our policy for credit cards is to do online only. But if it's part of Jeff's proposal that allows me to do that, I can do that to keep us from having to be reimbursed. Plus, it makes another paper trail. So, I mean,
It would be
and
the
this is
same
why, I
for
mean,
us had
Jeff
we
and I are
had-
gonna sit down and
Had
talk
we had
too.
thought about it before Christmas.
It's a pain in the butt.
She
Get
could have-
reimbursed.
Yeah, I won't be spending any more
Yeah.
money, that's for
I
sure.
mean, it took 45 days for me to get $95,
It
so.
took me 6 weeks to
Yeah.
get mine, and it sat in the office for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
It was dated December 1st when it was printed.
Well, I'm just saying it eliminates the questioning
I
of,
completely agree.
Yeah.
I completely agree. So, because I know that Jeff had called me about accusations of theft, I said, let me tell you something, I don't handle money and I don't ask for payment.
Well, at the end of the day, somebody's got to do it. I mean, it has to be,
well, I mean,
there
yeah,
has
I
to
mean,
be
you
a
gotta-
track of it somewhere.
you
If
gotta-
people are going to donate money, you have to keep up with it.
Right. This time, though, it went to the way it went to the city.
Now, as far as somebody donating some bicycles or basketballs or whatever that is, I don't think you need a receipt for that. I don't think you need a trail of
Nobody
that.
needs to know how much I spend out of my pocket.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
buy for I buy for 2 organizations in the city. Yes, it's none of nobody's business how much I spend out of my pocket on those gifts.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
So, I may have missed the conversation or the question on the donations. I know we've got a financial process or financial ordinance that controls or stipulates how donations are received. Was this something that was just given to the city? Because if there's cash involved, and we don't even take cash at City Hall. Was there a nice, very good, okay, what was that? Oh, that's a-
This is a receipt
That's
that
your
I
receipt.
gave
Good.
to Andrew because I took cash supposedly from Rodney Robichaux that gave it to Andrew.
Okay.
I gave him a receipt
Excellent.
that night because you know me, I'm all about paper trails. So that way, if the allegations came up or anything about cash,
Yeah, it's just a sketchy,
well, but also too, there is no taking cash policy. I can't find it written because we've been looking for the last month and a half. So I mean, and if this is something that it was never written, then we need to make that policy in writing.
yeah.
So
There's
that way the
probably some
girls in the
statutes
office
on that
have
somewhere.
a legitimate reason to not take cash. But if city council members or the mayor or whoever is going to do a booth for the 4th of July, we should not be put under that restriction of not taking cash.
No, that would be a booth that you would,
It'd be totally ran by whoever.
of course, that's a
So-
private booth at that point.
Absolutely. So, I mean, that's part of what I'd like to see in your proposal in February, stating exactly what's going to be done. It's just like part of the ordinance that we did for community development was to solicit donations. Now, donations / sponsorships can be the same way. If we get roof troops to sponsor the 4th of July, that is like a donation. And that can go directly to the city to offset your cost. So, I mean, these are things that we can fine tune, but there's a method to the madness too.
Yeah, the only thing I was concerned with city and exposure was the cash. When I heard there was cash, it's like, oh, that's a red flag.
Exactly. But that's
So-
why, I mean, I'm going to cover
That's
my
good.
butt and also the city at the same time. But that's why I started looking for, is there a written policy where the city's not allowed to take cash? I can't find it. City attorney can't find it.
It was when,
It was right after Kim got arrested.
it was when Kim left, and that's when the city office stopped taking cash. Now, as far as,
Yeah, it was never on the agenda, it was never in the minutes, it was never a written policy, it was just unspoken.
I don't remember, I don't want one, thank you.
It's not there.
Appreciate it. All I know is that there was no cash would be accepted at the city for water bills and stuff. I don't know how that was done. I don't remember
But at the end of the day, I mean, being that we can't find the policy, we can correct those type of things too. Anything else?
No, good job. The Christmas thing sounded good. I support community activity stuff.
Well, I do,
As long as we
I
plan
want
it
to
and manage
still,
it,
go ahead.
I'm done.
I just want to question about if somebody wants to donate money to something, let's not turn them down. I don't think.
100%. Let's take it, yeah.
Exactly.
Accept it, and it's just money in the bank for us.
Write a
We-
check,
We put it
bring it to the
somewhere
city.
else.
Well, can I ask this of council? I know you can't tonight, but next month you could put it on there, if this stuff is donated for events, put it in a separate account for.
It should
Yeah,
go in
we-
the
we have a
community
code for
involvement
that.
account.
Well, we've had a little issue with our CPA on that.
They're commingling funds. Yeah.
I agree, but
Yeah, it needs to be a different code. I mean, but
It's coded in QuickBooks.
is that going to make us different in other bank accounts?
No, just
We already have
code
an
it
account.
in QuickBooks.
So if I call, hey, Sabrina,
Yeah,
how much
code in
do
QuickBooks. That's
you have
universally
for
accepted.
this event? You can tell me if I
I don't
call.
know.
We're working on getting a read-only username and password to get into QuickBooks because of this.
what you're not gonna be able to do is look at your balance sheet and say, oh, I've
Yeah,
still
the
got
balance
X
sheet
dollars
doesn't
left.
do
Yeah, I
it.
know how it works because.
Yeah.
I know how it works.
Okay, that's all I was going to say, is if we can get some
So-
more money, I mean, that'll help. I mean, because you don't know how much, you got $409.12, and then you wind up needing $525 to buy pizzas and stuff. Well, you know, if you turn that money down, then you won't have enough money to pay for it.
And all of y'all agree on this? I know it's not a council vote, but is that what you want me to do?
Well,
He told me. that
Donations
day. He said
first,
just let
yeah.
him know. Okay, he'll send it, Sabrina, it'll come to the city. However he done it last
Yeah.
time is how he'll do it.
He mailed it to the city hall.
Okay.
And when you do your breakdown sheets, is there a way that you can like make a copy so we can all be looking at it instead of trying to write it down? That way you
Yeah.
can
I
see it.
didn't even think to bring a copy of my receipts, but the city's got it. Didn't even think about it, or I would.
No, the report.
No, just the report.
that you were going off of.
Yeah, that way we can see it while you're talking and then we can get an
if
understanding. We're
you'll,
not scribbling all over the place.
If somebody will send me a text message when I go to work tomorrow, I can forward a copy to everybody. through,
Okay.
Albert.
I got it now. I don't need it. My mind doesn't work as fast as y'all.
Is there any other small events you want me to look at? There's a lot of things I can do that, there's a lot that can be done that's not gonna cost the city anything, that, or very, very little. Are there any events you want me to look at doing that I can pick up and go with?
We have a garage sale coming up March, I think, but on my budget, we have several things that worked well the last couple of years, and we had planned on doing more of that this year.
Well, and that being said, that brings out another thing. If we're going to do dumpsters when we do the garage sale, then we need to figure out a way to get that out there to the people, because not everybody's on Facebook, and we had all these people complaining about they didn't know anything about the dumpsters, and then the dumpsters disappeared. So if we're going to spend money to have dumpsters, we need to try to.
We
city
did the
did a
call
call
out,
out.
we did everything but go door
We
to
did
door.
everything we could do as far as what I know,
We're not
but
gonna
what
go
else can we
door to
do?
door to
Apparently,
door to
there's
door, I
something
guess.
else we can do. So I don't know what else that is, but
You can
Bottom
ignore
line, you
those
can't make everybody happy.
complainers
Right.
all the same way.
well, this is Burger King.
No.
We do it our way. Anything else for Barbara?
No.
All right, let's go ahead and move on. Appreciate your time, Barbara.
You're welcome to
Let's
stick
go
around.
to 8A, review, approve action items. Up for consideration, discussion, and approval is the camera system for the city and public works facility. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Second,
I'll second.
any discussion?
Jim, was there any other questions that you had on it?
Well, no, I'm only probably 70% competent of understanding these two systems as to what they do. And the one that had really thrown me, and that was my fault, that I thought the 10-year cost of the Verkada one was $17,000. Yeah. And that was the 1-year cost. And if this number is right, then the question I have is the actual 1-year cost of the 10-year cost of installing the Verkada system is $36,000, correct?
Yes.
And
Plus the SIM card.
that's the maintenance or the additional annual charges, right?
That's to communicate with the cameras.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. If I go with a 10-year program with Verkada, am I going to pay them $42,624, or am I going to pay them $36,000 and $660 every year for 10 years?
No, not every year.
The SIMS card, we pay that separately to a different company?
No, we can.
T-Mobile or whoever.
Yes.
You
So
get a SIMS card,
The
you have,
36,000 is for 10 years overall. You don't have to pay that every year. That's a 10-year.
Right.
cost. The 6,000 is the SIM cards for 10 years, which we pay through T-Mobile.
Okay, but do we pay that on a monthly basis, or do we pay that as a one-time upfront basis?
We pay that on a monthly basis. Y'all sign
It-
it.
It's a monthly basis.
No, wait a minute. T-Mobile, $55, what, per month?
Yes.
yeah, it's just like
Okay,
having a
so
phone.
that's
yeah.
550, 110, that's 660.
That's where
Okay,
the
so that's a
66
wash. That's the same, that's gonna be the same for,
sir.
for either system, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, because the Starlink is also $55.
Okay, so the comparison is, give me apples to apples. 36
I
to
did. gave
40,
you a
42.6 to 26.4.
Yep.
Yes.
That is, what? 14,
So-
$16,000 difference?
Yes.
And Jim, if you want to dig a little deeper, and I'll tell you, like I told Charlie, I'm all in on Verkada. I really am. I'm not putting up an argument against them, but I want to see expansion. I want to see us move more towards what Verkada can actually bring to us going forward. And it was like during our conversation, it's, if we're trying to get cameras to record, and we can get that done, but if we're trying to get from City Hall to Dollar General, we can do that on a golf cart. We don't have to have a Rolls Royce.
Yeah, well, I'm still just trying to compare these as they are right now.
So to add to my, I'm sorry, Jim, to add to that statement, the initial purchase of the cameras has already been done on the Reolink. We're not adding that to the bottom line there. So that is not coming out of anybody's budget going forward. That's already done.
Okay, how much of that, what's that number? So
The
I'm gonna
what? The Reolink?
We
only
sent
have
those
them for
back, didn't we?
No.
I thought we sent them back, $4,000 worth, whatever.
We still, so the Verkada is for 4 locations. So on your spreadsheet,
For a total of 8 cameras. Right? Verkada is a total of 8 cameras.
yes, 2
Okay.
per location.
Yeah.
So on your spreadsheet over here, it says Reolink per site. So you have the item over here, then you have per site, this is what it costs. For all 4 sites is in total for Riverbend, Riverbend, the Boulevard, the sewer plant, and the water plant is the 4 locations, is the 4 sites.
Right.
So we have the Reolink for the sewer plant. So we would have to purchase it for the water plant and both
Three
lift
other
stations.
locations.
Right.
Okay, and what is that additional cost? That's the
The 733 at the top. So the,
per site.
So
yes,
3,000
but we
per
already
site.
have one, so that'll knock 733 off of the
2932.
So basically $29.93 times
So
3.
20, well, really, I'm taking $700 off the 26 for
That's
at the
right.
bottom.
That's the first one. That's the first
First
deduction.
location.
That's for what?
That's the first deduction. That's just the first line.
All right, okay.
Okay, the second line, we're still,
The Wi-Fi equipment. I just put that 605 there because that's what it, The 605 was for all the materials that we ended up purchasing.
And that's for that one Starlink?
Yeah.
Okay. And
I don't know if there was discussion of this, but I missed, probably was, is there a detail of how are you setting up this Wi-Fi? Is it gonna be like a T-Mobile router?
Verkada has cellular gateways.
Cellular gateway, you need one for each location?
That's correct.
To make a Wi-Fi.
Correct. And the only one I've dealt with is the Starlink at the sewer plant, which we could do the same with a cellular router, a cellular gateway, and drop this cost out of the bottom. We wouldn't have to, we wouldn't have to do Starlink. And so I'm just throwing it on the table, Jim. That's.
I like,
So what,
go ahead.
I'm wanting to get this 26.4 down here to be, what is it gonna be really?
Based off of what we, if you want to go based off of what we currently have and what we have currently purchased, regardless of doing research on stuff like Jeff had suggested, I mean, that's a great idea, but this is just based off of what we have right now. So the 26.4 is what you're,
The 26.4 is that if I had to go buy all this equipment,
yes,
okay, but some of the equipment we already have. So,
one. So at the 26.4 minus 733.
well, that's 25.8.
So
Same number.
I also estimated the cost of the wiring, the labor, and the other material that it would take for the Reolink cameras, because I don't know. If Jeff doesn't do it and we have to hire an electrician, then I wanted to be able to at least put some kind of cost
Right.
in there to cover that.
Okay, so that number, but that number's included in the 26.
Yeah, it's guesstimated though. It's not a hard
Oh, that's
number.
okay. I mean, that's,
I like the idea of what Jim told me a little bit earlier, of that being able to add on the clarity of those Reolink cameras and the support for that, from that company. I mean, that's gonna put you in good shape, Roger, at the end of the boulevard. You're gonna have 2 cameras down there.
Yeah, because
They'll
if you look
read
at the
license
pros and
plate
cons
number.
between the two
The pros and cons are on the next page.
on the next page.
So y'all know.
Well, I mean, that's, but what we talked about is the having the support, you know? I mean,
Yes.
that's something that if it's not working tomorrow, you call the guy.
Yeah,
You know,
we
he
ain't
comes
gotta
and
wait
fixes it.
to put in a work order for a maintenance guy to come, and if they're here or someone else have to go deal with it, they're gonna automatically do it.
We don't have these guys going.
But it, on the other hand, it is a lot of money.
But at the end of the day, we need to make a decision which way to go. Because this has already been tabled once before.
Well, I wasn't here when it got tabled first
No,
time.
I know. We
Because
need to
I'm
make
an
a
action
decision
guy. I
on
would've
it.
moved on that. I don't recall tabling anything.
So
You were partying with the Holy Ghost.
whenever Verkada was here talking about some of the expansion modules that they have building access, they do have license plate readers, and if you just look down the line just a little bit, you've got, there's a lot of expandability with that Verkada system. And from year 1 to year 10, if we put into the budget and we're focused on just incremental upgrades, then by the end of the 10 years, we're going to have a Cadillac system that'll be second to none. It would be something that would serve the city for a very, very long time. But if all we're wanting is a camera system, I can't go for that. If we're going to continue and we're going to go forward with it and do incremental increases and incremental upgrades, I'm all for Verkada.
I think we tried this before years ago when I was on council. I asked that we put cameras at Riverbend in 105, Sweet Gum in 105, and Lowry Place in 105. Just, for security of the city, and I mean, people were stealing trailers and stuff, I mean, we could these cameras that they have now, you get a license plate number off that stuff, you know, and find stuff.
One of the things I like, just besides personal things getting stolen or something with this Verkada, what if it's a child that gets abducted? They can go back and look at very clearly with this and see
Well, you
vehicles
can take,
with license
you can take that as
plates.
far as you want. I mean, it can be murder. I mean, it can be anything. It can be drug traffickers coming out here every day at the same time. You know, I mean, it can be.
It's
you
still
know,
only 8 cameras. Keep in mind, it's still only 8 cameras.
but like we said, you know, it's a matter of coming back in and next year voting to put
So-
3 more in, you know, or whatever, add on to the system, like you say. It's an expandable thing.
Let me back up to the purpose of us engaging in this to begin with. And that was to provide security at the water and sewer plant. And all these other things are valid, but that's not why we started looking at these camera systems. And if we're trying to look at a security system that's going to detect egress and what are the other word for going the other way?
Access and egress.
Ingress and egress.
Is going the other way is
Access.
it's what we want for it. This is we're talking about a different system. We're talking about more cameras and what we've got. We added the lift stations because we got some extra utility with those cameras being able to see some of the road. We had some problems down there with one of them with the people dumping trash and speeding, and we had a fatality down there here 10 years ago. So there was some benefits of the lift station on River Bend and minor benefits of the one across from your house, Roger. But the purpose was to provide security at the water and sewer operation. Sewer very remote. It's not easy, but it's not really difficult for somebody that wants to access that back there. Water plant's a little harder to do, but it's the one that a bad problem there is a worse problem than sewer on the ground. So that's why we got started into this. And the system that we tried before just didn't give us what we wanted. And I think it was a Reolink system, but the quality of the cameras were not outdoor waterproof or whatever. So coming back to what, I still haven't changed my purpose of why I initiated this 1.5 years, 2 years ago. And the Verkada system to me is overkill for what I wanted to provide the security for. I mean, it's a good system. I think the quality is probably a little bit better, but man, when I look at 16,000, it's almost twice as much. Then if there's other usages that we see down the road that Verkada will give us that Reolink won't, then I'm willing to just table this whole thing until we really know what we want to do with the cameras. You know, we're going to put some game cameras up and, you know, find out and do a little bit. It's not going to be great, but it'll.
Well, maybe this discussion needs to be, I heard something about we're gonna have a town hall, you know, I mean,
I don't even think that's a discussion for town hall.
Well,
I mean-
Verkada, we're gonna have.
They're not gonna extend it anymore.
Yeah, they're not gonna extend it anymore. They're gonna take everything
They're all
down.
in or all out.
So either we have somebody on board that's willing to go put up all the cameras that we need up for Reolink and get all that set up,
Verkada's gonna pull it.
or we don't have anybody to do anything. We don't have a maintenance person.
I would be
Charlie's
willing to
gone.
bet that if you told Ricotta, look, we're gonna take one more month to look at it, I
Yeah, we
got,
had somebody fall off the roof and
Yeah.
we,
Yeah,
I mean-
Verkada's-
me and one other person, if somebody wants to help me, I will put my time on the line and make it happen.
I think it's,
Involvement too.
So, yep, you've got the technology as well. So,
We did have an issue this week, right at the corner.
yeah,
where-
Shipley and Sweet Bend.
Yep, where somebody's tires were slashed and,
did you look back on our camera?
yes, we
Yes,
did.
we
And
couldn't see it.
couldn't
Can't
see.
see.
Couldn't see it?
If we had Verkada, we could have seen it.
Shoot.
Yeah,
You probably could have seen the car passing.
Exactly.
You could see the car passing.
well, if you have the time, you know, if you know about what time it was, then there's not a lot of traffic at that time of night, I
Yeah,
wouldn't
we
think.
didn't see anything.
But anyway,
But
But-
All right, we're
but
back
see,
off
that's-
just keep in mind, if we table this, there's a great possibility Verkada's gonna come and pull their equipment.
Well, if we're gonna, if we're
Well,
thinking
They're
about
gonna pull it
the,
anyway if we don't go with Verkada.
Well, I mean, they're gonna pull it because they've already extended it once.
if we're thinking about the future and not about just getting by this time, then I think that the more expensive one would be the way to go. If we're thinking about getting by right now, I mean, we can get by, like Jim said, game cameras or
Well,
something. I mean, yeah.
Verkada's more expandable than Reolink. Reolink, pretty much it is what it is.
Yeah.
Because I use Reolink myself, and I haven't seen where it can be expanded, not like Verkada.
Well, it could be expanded by adding more cameras.
Right, but it's not gonna, have the tracking with the.
Yeah, you're not gonna get
readers
the
and things like that. I mean,
tracking
You're not gonna get,
like Verkada can.
you're not gonna get advanced.
You're not gonna get anything, you're just gonna have a camera and like, what was that, and that's it.
There's no
Well, let me
maintenance people
say,
involved.
this is the entry-level Reolink.
Yeah.
This is the entry level, and they do offer a lot of options. And I'll be honest, I haven't seen,
Warranty,
I haven't gone through it, but whenever we buy a system, like we bought the system here, we bought it with 8 or 10 cameras. We bought the one for the city hall with 8 or 10 cameras. We bought the one at the sewer place with 8 or 10 cameras, because those cameras are interchangeable. And if this one goes down, it takes 5 minutes to put it up, and we've got plenty of spares. If you wanted to add some, easy enough to add. It's just a matter of let's work through it and get it done. So even if we want to pass the ball on the expensive one until next budget, what we have is working. And if we want to expand, let us know. What is it that we want to expand? You've got me for 2 more years. And I'll be happy to lead whatever charge there is. I'd work with Verkada. Again, I'm on board with Verkada. I'm not against them at all. They've got a really great system. I'm just looking at the bottom line. And is this what we really need? So that's my 2 cents.
all right, so we're gonna vote to approve one system over the other, or you guys gonna table it again?
Verkada will be here 10 years from now. None of us might be.
I'm ready to vote.
I'm
All
ready
right,
to vote.
any more discussion?
Okay, I'll make can we make a motion?
Yeah, go ahead and make a motion.
Okay, I'm gonna make a motion that we approve the Verkada
I'll second it.
program.
All in favor of approving Verkada?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
All right, so Verkada passes.
No,
No.
I mean,
It's
you
up to
make
you.
the
It's
decision.
up to you. It's your call.
It's your
It's your
call.
call.
Wait,
It's
who-
2-2.
2-2?
Yeah.
2-2.
Oh, well,
Jim
then
and
I
him
vote
voted
to approve Verkada.
Good job.
Yay.
All right.
Okay. Haven't done that in a while.
That's the way we get things done.
All right, next item up for the agenda is consideration, discussion, and approval for the addendum to the employee handbook. Can I have a motion?
Motion?
Second,
Second.
any discussion?
No.
No discussion?
Do it.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes carry. Next item up on the agenda, consideration, discussion, and approval for the resignation letter submitted by Councilwoman Kramer. Can I have a motion?
I'll make a motion
And a
to not
second?
approve it.
No, need a second?
I'll second that.
Any
Wait a minute.
discussion?
What was your?
I'm making a motion to not accept it.
Are we doing a motion and a second, and then we discuss it, and then we
Wait
do
a
all
minute.
that?
Huh?
Can you
But
do
then we
that?
skip one?
No, you're making a motion to,
Then
you
we skip
read
C.
out that,
Discussion and approval of, yeah, you're right, okay.
yeah,
That's
you're,
right, I'm
you're
wrong,
saying
my
we
bad.
accept it. I mean, I'm not.
Okay. All in favor of approving her resignation, say aye.
Aye.
Got two. Any opposed?
No. I mean, I say aye.
You opposed?
It's 3 ayes.
Three
Three
ayes,
ayes and one
opposed. Okay.
I'm
Ayes.
just gonna let you know it's gonna.
Well, it don't matter. I realize it's a moot point. I mean, I'm just saying.
I hate it, but
I do
too.
yeah, it
It is what it
sucks.
is.
I wish them the
All right.
best. I wish them the best. That's a good couple.
All right, next item on the agenda is discussion of hiring a new auditor for the city. I have a motion.
I'll make that motion.
Well,
You still missed one.
we're still missing one. 8C.
What did we miss? Oh, C? No,
C.
E. Oh, I
You
missed
missed
E,
C.
sorry. Consideration, discussion, and approval for a resolution to make all council members and the mayor signers on the bank accounts to sign checks.
I'll make
I have
that
a
motion.
And a second.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, now discussion. Discussion for hiring a new auditor for the city.
Wait a minute.
Which one is this?
Skip C. C, as in cat.
C. Oh, the mowing contract, sorry about that. Consideration, discussion, and approval for the addendum to the current mowing contract to extend the expiration date.
Motion.
And a
Second.
second.
Okay, Nick, and y'all want me to explain
Wait a
that?
minute,
Roger,
Roger, and then,
yeah, discussion.
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 You want me to tell you what I got, and then you can, I'll try to
It's
answer.
the same
any
price,
questions
man,
that
that's
you
a
got.
win.
Yeah,
so-
exactly.
I talked to him, the other day, and he's all for doing this and extending it. And he also told me that, he asked me how long that the other people we extended their contract. That was Cousins, okay? And we kept theirs just rolling right along, even though they didn't sign the papers and, a lot of things, but they were still charging us the same amount of money. Well, what happened over a period of time is they were still getting the same amount of money, but their work deteriorated. And I think it was because that they weren't getting enough money. And instead of coming and saying, hey, look, we need $400 a month more to be able to, do what we were doing 8 years ago, they just chose to not do as much. And so it's anytime you go out for bid on something, it's probably not going to be good. Okay, you're probably going to end up having to spend more money. So by extending this is a plus for the city because we're just paying the same amount of money we'll continue to pay. Now, I told him the other day that after this he said, well, I'm willing to extend it, as long as y'all want to extend it, as long as the prices and stuff, as long as my overhead doesn't get, his wages are going to go up, his fuel may go up or may go down, whatever. Maintenance is going to go up, license, whatever. His expenses are going to go up. There's no doubt about that. So to offset those expenses, maybe come back to the table instead of going out for bid and saying, look, I can do this for $200 a month more in 2028, I'm speaking of, rather than us having to go through the process of going and or maybe he'll do it for the same amount. I don't know. But I'm just saying for now, I think it's a good idea to go ahead and extend it through 2028. We don't have to worry about it, and then we'll worry about it.
I like 28, that's good.
First, we'll start worrying about it in November.
And we'll have a signed contract with him to that date.
Yeah, up until, he's gonna come in and sign the contract through January of 28, okay? And then come maybe November of 27, I'll talk to him and see if he wants to do another year. Or somebody will talk to him and see if he wants to do another year or two. He may say, hey, man, gas hadn't gone up, let's roll with it. I'll do it for another couple of years. So, we pay him year-round, the same amount of money each month, year-round. Okay, that's figured into this conglomeration of money. When I mowed out here, I charged them $1,200 a time to mow out here. And then, but I didn't mow much November, December, January. They weren't paying anything. Okay. Well, now we're paying throughout the year, but his gravy money is in the wintertime, which he's still mowing. He just mowed the front, and he went over and trimmed trees over. He's still out here doing stuff once a month. So I mean, he's picking up trash. He's doing he's doing stuff. So
I think we're ready to vote on it.
Let's call the vote, yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
Let's do
I got a comment. I don't see it in the contract, but I'm just quick to read it. On your statement here, you made a comment that all the workers have to be U.S. citizens.
And that's something else that was brought to my attention that would be a requirement of up to him when he signs the contract. That will be in the contract. That will be if ICE comes out here and they say, y'all got some illegal workers out here mowing your
That covers us.
park.
That covers the city.
We don't have any illegal workers out here.
Yeah, I'm not-
That guy does.
Illegal workers and US citizens are two different things.
Well, or whatever that is, whatever.
That's why I was getting, I mean, they could be here on work visas or whatever, and be legally working.
That's right.
But not be US citizens.
That's okay.
Okay, I didn't see that in the contract.
Okay, well then
That
we need
really
to,
should be.
We can put it in the contract that they have to have a work visa, that present a work visa.
Well, better get the lawyer guy.
Provide an I-9.
well,
I know,
Sabrina, can you let Drew look at that?
We're only
To get the
looking
correct
at-
wording for that
we're only
before he
looking at
signs
the
it about
addendum
the,
to the contract.
about the,
We're just
legal
looking at
workers.
the extension of the contract itself. which
Well, we're
really has
shielded from
nothing
that
to
anyway,
do-
because he's an independent contractor.
Correct.
Correct.
Yeah.
It has
Well, if
nothing
we
to do with
are,
the
let's
city.
leave it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing to do
Let's
with the
don't
city.
worry about it,
Yeah.
because we're just gonna spend money on a lawyer.
We just need to vote on agreeing.
Extending the contract.
Extending.
Extending the contract.
Well, then let's put it
All in
as that.
favor of extending the contract? Say
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries.
And good job, Mr. Marandino.
So we'll leave that out then,
Skip
Sabrina,
anything else.
okay?
I'll stop yelling at you now.
No, I appreciate it because it's like, I don't know where I am. Okay, all right, next item on the agenda is number 9, A, discussion of hiring a new auditor for the city. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion?
Who's gonna be responsible for selecting that auditor?
I've talked to 2 different auditors. Once we have a discussion, then what I'll do is I'll send out and try to get some engagement letters from these guys to see what they offer and their cost. But I do want to have approval from council to start looking for somebody new, because the auditor we've had is for 17, 20 years, something like that, and it's time for a change.
And it was 2 years late. on our
Yeah,
last one.
exactly, and enough is enough. One guy I talked to 2 days ago, he's willing to do our audit for 10 grand.
It's half the price.
Is that,
Exactly,
is
half
that the
the
one from
price.
China?
It is. If we end up doing a single line audit, which is a little bit more difficult, it'll be $2,000 more. So $12,000 versus $22,000.
Yeah.
I think it's time for a change.
That would come back to the council for approval of that.
Oh,
I would
absolutely.
assume,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
You're just
My
gonna go
only
look.
thought is, I mean, I agree with what we're saying here, because I was very unimpressed with that guy, but,
Yeah, me too.
Hell, I got
Yeah.
escorted out
You
twice
know,
by the
we need
police.
to make sure that that our CPA is on board with whatever our but, you know, we just need to do it right.
Right.
Not somebody we like from China and go pick them. They need to be,
Well, and
Endorsed.
yeah.
that particular auditor, he does work with EKC.
Yeah,
But
that's
so,
not
I mean,
tonight's
it's not
decision.
like they're endorsing one. or
Where
the
we
other.
can see references,
Absolutely, that's part of.
everything on them,
Exactly.
pretty much a resume.
One thing you're seeing right here is you're seeing saving, you know, we just voted to spend this extra money on these cameras. You're looking at saving 10 grand
Yep.
a
And it's-
year.
It's time for independent
So, I mean,
eyes on
you know,
our
10,000 is
finances.
a lot of extra for nothing, as far, in my opinion, from what we
Yeah,
got.
I agree.
I mean, I've been through 8 of his things.
And then once I get proposals from these guys, I'll keep you guys in the loop, and then I'll bring it to council, so that way, I'll even try to get them to come to council and make a presentation if I can.
But we don't have to send out like a bid or packet?
No,
for
not
them?
really, because,
have
I
to
mean, it's
advertise
still,
it?
like, for example, the attorney's position, that's a position that's appointed by the mayor. So, I mean, I'm basically going to look at independent contractors and then bring it to council and let council help me make that decision. So we don't really have to go through the whole process of a bid, because, you know, bids at $50,000, we're not gonna spend that. So it's only 10.
$20,000 a year job is, the council needs to be involved in making that
Well,
decision.
absolutely.
And you have been over the years you've been on council, because you've been paying that.
No, no,
You didn't know it, I mean,
no, I
maybe,
know
but,
it, I know
you
it.
know, we were paying it.
Didn't like it, and then this past year.
You know. Yeah.
Any,
Yea or nay?
well, it's just a discussion.
Well, I think we're, yeah, okay,
It's time for change in
we
a
hadn't
lot of
voted
things.
yet, right?
All
The
right.
resolution is to select a new auditor. We're not,
even
Yeah,
making a
just
resolution, we're
discussion
just
only.
having a
We're just,
discussion.
just having a discussion, so that way you guys know that I'm interested in looking for another auditor. And then I'll bring a proposal in February, along with whatever I find. But other than that, anybody have any reports to give?
You want me to start?
Sure, Bud.
Okay, I have something that Drew said that we could do, and so I want to, today, these ladies came from the office at 4 o'clock down here to clean this building up, so that we could have this meeting this evening, Number one, we need to get something in place for this building to be cleaned after the lunch group and the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts and whatever else. I mean, the place probably needs to be kept clean. The bathrooms need to be kept clean. So if we're going to be open for business, it needs to be kept clean. So we need to try to look at finding someone to do that task. Because that hadn't, we started out, we were going to do that. We got bids from people local out here that were going to come in and do a cleanup after a chili cook-off or a cleanup after just a Boy Scout meeting. It'd be two different ballpark deals, So that's something that needs to be done. Also, they closed up today at 4 o'clock and came down here to clean up. And I would be in favor of changing our meeting time to 4 o'clock if we could. And that would save us their overtime. That would get them home in a timely manner in the evening. That would free up my Thursday night. Because this is really, if you look at how many people have been here for citizens' comments or even in attendance of these meetings in the last couple of years, it's been very, very, very slim. And in the case that somebody does want to go, City of Beaumont has theirs at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So, and people attend those meetings. You'll find a way to get to a meeting if it's that important to you. You'll find a way to be able to get there. So, and then now we have live streaming. We didn't used to have that back in the day. So now, the people can watch the meetings. So I would like to present to y'all to kick around just how that would affect y'all, and if we could see about changing the time to move it up, and that way it won't interfere with ball games in the evening. It won't interfere with, there's a lot of things that it won't interfere with. I have one church group thing that I go to on Thursday nights. I'm missing it tonight. So, they're just, there's different things, different reasons. In the afternoon, it's not, you're not really missing nothing.
Unless you're working.
Unless you're working. And I think that, I don't know how that affects your work schedule, Roger. I don't know. I know that Jim's off. I'm pretty much off. Jeff.
Working from home, I can make that work, but that's always subject to change at any instant.
But it's never subject to change being at 6:30?
Well,
Because sometimes you're out of town.
Yeah,
when
that's always up for being gone.
So really, the time is not.
The way I was able to swing it before, which I think I've only missed one, was that I was able to get early enough flights and it all held to be here and land and then come straight here from the airport for the 6:30.
Well, there are different flights. I don't know about that. I don't know what.
Well,
kind of
you're
time
just
you
throwing
get
it
off.
out for consideration.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
wanting
It
y'all
wouldn't
to-
hurt my feelings to get done a whole lot earlier. They would not
I
hurt
would
mine
like.
at all.
It let these just for one thing, it lets them go home.
12 o'clock.
In the evening
12
instead of
o'clock.
being here.
Lunchtime, we'll bring pizza and snacks.
But anyway, if we could do it a little bit earlier, I would like to have that done. If we can do that. So, and y'all think about them when y'all making a decision, because that gets them out of here.
Anybody else have
Y'all been
any?
feeding him snacks?
Sabrina does have
We
some.
always feed them snacks.
Well,
We got cookies.
Sabrina, you have ball games or something, right, in the evenings sometimes?
Sometimes.
So that's going to start. So there you go. So
Yeah, the ball games we have, like ours is at 4:30 most of the time.
Yeah,
So-
grandson's at 4:30, but that's been Tuesdays and Fridays right now.
We got 9 of those little boogers. They're all over the place.
Okay, so, and then, other than that, you know, I don't really have it.
I mean, y'all have work and stuff, so I'm like, what
10
about
o'clock in the morning.
mornings? I mean, we could do a morning, but
9 o'clock in
I
the
don't,
morning?
I don't think that.
I'm not doing it. I don't want to do it in the
On a
morning.
Friday.
Sometimes I don't get up till 10, 10:30.
You're not invited.
You're always rolling up about 9:30.
10, 10:30.
And Jim too, he rolls up hot, getting his coffee.
So to your point, I would love to see this put on the schedule for whoever we have in maintenance to stop by and for sure, double check air filters, light bulbs. We've got a
We
toilet back there, I
don't-
just heard.
We don't have anybody in maintenance.
We've got an application out though.
Right, but
We've got an
nobody's
opening.
applied.
We've got an opening for it, and if depending on how far you want to broadcast this, it can be filled. It'll be filled, even with temporary people. But nonetheless, in a perfect world, we've got our maintenance person. We've got a golf cart out there for them, and it's not beyond anyone to sweep and mop.
Well,
So-
the maintenance department is, you know, we don't have anybody, like she said, right now. If we do fill that position, I mean, we were all about getting a checklist and all that for just what you said, air conditioned filters and, you know, whatever else needs to be checked, fire extinguishers, you
Yep.
know, whatever else needs to be checked. But
Mhm.
all that's, you know, I don't know that we even have that. I don't
Not
know that
yet.
we even
We do,
have-
we have a checklist.
We
We have a
do have a
checklist.
checklist? Okay.
Well, listen, it also goes back to personal responsibility because what was the biggest thing for y'all to clean up when y'all came here tonight? Was it things left over from the event?
The floors were filthy.
Yep.
The toilets had poop smeared all over them.
Yeah.
I can say this, we cleaned up after the event was over.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it
we
had to
did.
have been since
Yeah, we swept, everything was
Let me
swept
say
out.
something about the Christmas thing, and this, go back to the mayor here and Barbara, I let her get out of here. But they left all that junk. Can't just go throw it in the bay and put it in here in the room, it's gotta be put up.
Well,
Yeah, it was wet.
I agree.
Sabrina's
Well,
coming
okay,
out here
but it's-
Saturday to take care of
Christmas
that.
was a month ago.
She's coming out here Saturday
Yeah,
to
the
take
stuff
care
in
of it.
that office was not wet.
Well, they've had a month to dry.
Yeah.
Now, for the-
Anyway, that's just,
For this area, because I was here, we swept and cleaned
That's
these
right.
floors and the tables and all that. That was all done.
Everything was put up, reset back up, everything was done after the Christmas in the park. I mean, it was cleaner than it was when we got here,
Yeah.
because we had to clean it before and after.
So
Put it
today's
all in that
lunch
room in there.
thing with the lunch.
it's all junked in there.
No, I'm not talking about the
Today's-
Christmas in the
It
park
was,
stuff, I'm
they
talking about
came
to
here
have
after
the
work.
Christmas in the park
And
event.
swept
We had to
up
come
here,
here
'cause
and
it was-
clean
it
this
was
room,
really
Yeah, I got
and
you.
then we had to
From-
clean up after.
Well,
That's
from
Yeah.
accumulative efforts, you had the Boy Scouts that come in, you've got the lunch bunch. I can't imagine them making the mess that was over here and the tape on the walls and all that. That's never been allowed, even when we rent.
That's from the Christmas.
Yeah,
That's Christmas.
Whenever we rent the place out, that's part of the checklist.
That's Christmas.
And you know, it's just
So
following
maybe
through.
some of that $409 needs to go to pay somebody to clean the rest of this stuff up.
I like that. We're paying them. That could
There you
go
go.
towards it.
Just pay them.
Make it a bonus.
Transfer that money.
phone.
They
Yeah.
too.
Make it a
I mean, that-
bonus.
Sabrina,
It didn't
you
take
call
long to
Barbara
get all
and
that
tell her
down.
that
It ain't
you're
gonna
gonna
take
take
long to
money
put
out
it
of
back
that
up.
$400. You know.
Anyway.
I'm not gonna tell her. Nope.
Anybody else with a report?
Anybody else who has a report?
Yeah, one thing.
All right.
We have been successful in moving, setting up the text pool account for the city and transferring a chunk of change in there, and the rest of it should be done tomorrow out of Public Works in the text pool. And that's moving our money from somewhere under around 2% interest to 4% plus or minus a tenth. So know, that's gonna be another $30,000 a year or something like that.
Nice.
Total, not new, not in addition, maybe additional 15. So anyway, that's what we've been wanting, and I called Gary and told him that, because he was a big driver of
Yeah.
wanting all that done.
That's excellent.
That's it, we keep fixing what breaks, and hasn't been too bad. But one other thing, just as, for the record, baby wipes do not dissolve in the sewer system. They will cause sewer and lift station pumps to malfunction.
Wow.
Yep.
What, do you want to do a call out?
Have to, they quit working, but if you put them in yours, it stops up yours, that's.
Any other reports? Or Jim, are you finished?
So, as for my report, we will have a planning session in February for the upcoming July 4th. And I'm really, really concerned about our town hall that we had scheduled, that we had talked about for February, because nothing's been said about it. So I think those are important. A town hall is important, and we need to have one annually, if nothing else, to offer a town hall, so we can get feedback without having them fill out a card, and give people the opportunity to talk about our neighborhood, our city government, and what they feel is going on in their city, good, bad, or otherwise. We were able to drill down and find a lot of issues, and we've put that on a chart, and we've been able to tick it off and knock it off. We need to be consistent with our town halls. So, in February, is it possible to have an abbreviated council meeting, even if we do it earlier, if we can announce it to be earlier at 5 o'clock, and then announce for the town hall at 6:30? Is that something that anybody would have an issue with?
What about doing town hall first and then council meeting?
Oh, no.
Would that be possible?
No. I don't want to bring a sleeping bag, no.
Well,
Town hall, you can leave when you get ready.
so that would be on the 19th.
That would work for me, but the reason why I didn't answer on your thing was because I'm not gonna be in town during that time that you posted on your
Right,
thing.
you're gonna be,
I'm probably.
west.
Huh?
You're gonna be in Vegas.
I hope so.
Yeah.
So Jeff, you would want to do the
The
town
4th.
hall on the 19th at what time?
What was the date?
Before council?
You said the 19th?
19th, February the 19th, yes.
February the 19th, to have an early council meeting, let's say at 5, and then have the town hall at 6:30.
I'm okay either way, I value the town hall meeting, but if we don't get 3 people show up, it's useless, so.
I understand, but we need to give them that opportunity.
Well, let's do it. Let's do it.
And
What
if
about
nobody
doing-
shows up, we open it, we close it, we go home.
Let's
What
do
if we
it.
do the council meeting at 4?
4. That's what I mean.
Because he was suggesting 4 for the
Yeah.
council meetings, and then we do the town hall after that,
That'll work.
just to try out that 4 o'clock time.
We could try the 4 o'clock
And
time.
it's not gonna be easy
Let's
for
look
me
at
to
other
be-
Well, we have to
people's
give
work schedules.
people in the city
But if the town
enough time to
hall
get
is
home and be able
after
to
the
attend
fact,
the town
But I
hall.
think that's what they're saying, if we do the council
Council
meeting
meeting
at
at
4,
four.
town
Yeah.
hall meeting at 6.
That's gonna make for a
4:30 to
long
6.
day, but I'm not opposed to it.
4 p.m.
I'm
We could-
more
if-
for
if-
doing it one day than 2 separate days.
Yes,
maybe-
absolutely.
If you schedule the town hall, say at 6.
Where you going, Junior?
It ain't been adjourned.
We haven't dismissed you yet.
Back to your station.
Where's your hall pass?
That was all your trash.
All right, so
Thank you,
council
Don.
meeting at 4 and town hall at 6? That's
6
2
would
hours.
work.
Okay.
We just need to get out there and
My thought
promote it.
is to schedule the town hall at 6, see what we have on the agenda. I mean, if there's no items, then we may not.
We can do it at 5 if it's gonna be, if it doesn't look like
If it's,
gonna be a lot.
yeah, if it's
We
short.
can change it to 5, but, right, remote, I can do call outs and stuff for town hall.
I like that.
You know.
And we should each have a part to play in this.
What
Give
about the
every-
people that don't know about the town hall?
Well, we have a bulletin board right here for the old people that don't do internet, and we can do that, we can bring that
Whiteboard.
erase board back up here so they can, see, and we can put it on there and have people's ideas, whatever. You have people come in and out here, but they're only a handful.
And we know a lot of people do look at the Facebook pages with all their
Yeah,
negative
there you
comments,
go.
so.
Bud, there's your cue.
Well, I mean, I'm for a town hall meeting for those people because I'd like to educate a few of them on where our water comes from and, what we've done over the past years and how, you've been here 2 years and we hadn't gone up on the water rates in 10.
Gone down.
Yeah. So, I mean, you obviously don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Which
Yeah.
is a great format to put that in. It really is. Non-combative,
Yeah, just
Let them say whatever they
our
wanna
water. We don't get our water from Beaumont.
Right.
Nope.
I mean,
they don't get our
Some,
trash collection
there was
from
some
them.
all kind of stuff down there. Oddly enough, this is just, we got a call from Beaumont who had a break in their sewer line down by
Northwest Forest?
Northwest Forest.
On the other side.
On the other
That's
side,
where
yeah, down toward the
Forest
canal,
is in
yeah.
by the
But they wanted, it's a line that our sewer line pumps into, and they asked us if we could shut down our lift station for, I guess, 45 minutes, wasn't long.
Okay.
Yeah, so they had a problem too, so we did, and it didn't create us any problem.
Good deal.
I mean, we didn't
Anything
really
else,
have any
Jeff?
choice.
That's all that I have.
Okay, can I have a motion to adjourn the meeting, please?
Roger, you don't have anything?
I'll make
Sorry,
that motion.
Roger. I don't have anything either.
We'll start
so-
calling her Skippy.
I know, right?
I made the motion.
Second.